I call this meeting to order at 5:05 p.m. President Ali, could you lead us in the fight song?
1, 2, you know what to do.
Roll call.
President Ali. Vice President Britton. Treasurer Allen. Chief of Staff. Deputy Chief of Staff Brantley. Director Bullock. Present. Treasurer Allen. Graphic designer Lizine Work.
President.
Videographer designated. Senator Miller. Senator Rivera Forbes. Senator Apia Kodua. Senator Farrell. Senator Jonas. Senator Williams.
We are now going to move approval of the minutes. Minutes are approved. Any public participation or student concerns? Hear none, see none. Any amendments to the agenda? Hear none, see none. We're now going to move into communications, advisors' remarks.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. Okay, just because it's the first one, we're gonna try it again with a little more energy, hence the outfit. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Awesome, so welcome everyone. I have seen some of your faces at retreat, but not all of you. Welcome to Student Government Association, to our new members. My name is Carolyn Harris. I'm the advisor for Student Government Association. I'm also the Director of Student Activities. I should have said that the other way. My primary role is Director of Student Activities. I also advise SGA. And I'm also very school spirited. So forgive me for not changing. I told Liam earlier today, don't give me a PDR. I know I'm not in professional dress. But for the students who did make it out to the Tiger Tuesday Bash earlier this afternoon, thank you for coming out. I really hope that SGA can be ambassadors for Tiger Tuesday. I learned Tiger Tuesday from SGA. So at the start of every meeting, students were saying Happy Tiger Tuesday. I'm a school spirit girly, so I latched on and we're trying to make it a thing. So in your spaces outside of SGA, when it is a Tuesday, I encourage you to tell people Happy Tiger Tuesday. I also encourage you to wear your school colors, whether it's this wonderful Tiger Tuesday t-shirt or school colors in general, your SGA quarter zips, your SGA gear, anything Tiger related or Towson related is probably going to be TU colors. Before I get into the rest of my announcements, I do want to allow two of our staff to introduce themselves because this is maybe your first intro. She's going to stand up here.
Hi, my name is Susan Ruppel. I know a lot of you, but there's a lot of new faces in the sea of people today, so just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. I normally will not be attending, but I'm always in my office. You can always stop by. I'm in the SGA office. I am the finance coordinator. I will help you with purchases and money and anything finance related. Happy to meet you all.
Hi, everyone. I'm Janiyah Richardson. I'm the admin assistant for SGA. I will be attending SGA regularly. If you need stuff like administrative things, nameplates, agendas, onboarding, please come see me. So, yeah.
And then the rest of my announcements. Oh, okay, the rest of my announcements are some technical things. So Janiyah already mentioned some payroll components. If you are in a paid position in SGA outside of the executive board, so that's our directors, comms and marketing, we all are directors too. So all of our directors, and then eventually the Senate leadership who will be elected tonight. Before you leave this space, you need to come see me and Janiyah to make sure you are added to payroll and that you sign your agreements so you can get your money. And then my other just general announcements from the student activity side. Our next large event is next Wednesday, the Involvement Fair, which will actually be on the 3rd floor of the Union. So one of the rooms will be in here. It's next Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. I will also do another announcement next Tuesday. SGA usually has a table, but it's also the largest space for our student organizations to come together, for people to meet you, for you to get involved in other orgs if that's what you want to do. So just really pushing and encouraging you all to attend that program. Be great this year. I'm available if you need me. I didn't get to say this at retreat, but the communication, so you all as SGA members, if you're communicating with campus staff or faculty, not faculty really, but staff on the director level or higher, so if you're emailing the director of an office, if you're emailing a dean or an assistant dean or associate dean, a vice president, an assistant vice president, so any of those high level folks, you should be copying me on those email communications. So we'll send you some technical information so that you have my email address. Me being copied as your advisor informs me of what y'all have going on. It helps me support and advocate for you while you're doing the work that you're doing. It becomes difficult for me to do that if I'm not aware of what's going on. So I'm not necessarily keeping eyes on you as much as wanting to support you. I think that's it for now, and I yield my time.
President Ali.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
I'm so excited to see this room filled with so many beautiful faces. I know we're gonna have an amazing year. I have a few announcements. So SGA committees, I sent out an email, I want to say yesterday, regarding SGA committees, asking everybody who's interested to sign up, both senators and directors. There's also at retreat, we spoke about the International Student Committee, which meets the 3rd Monday of every month. And we picked somebody at retreat to do that committee, but due to time, they're not able to do it. So again, that's open back up on the floor. September 11th, which I think is 2 weeks away from us. Our pre-meeting that week is Thursday. That Thursday is going to be at the Career Center. It's going to be an open house. The Career Center is hosting us. They're going to speak more about the resources that they offer students and just how to connect with them. Everybody needs to be there. Pre-meetings are required. Student Org Open House, which we hosted last year with the student activities, is October 14th. These dates will be reminded to you on ahead of schedule and ahead of the date time, but I'm just saying them to get them out there now so you guys can mark them in your calendar. Thursday this week, makeup retreat is going to be required for everybody because we will be doing base camp training. It's very vital that everybody in this administration knows how to use base camp so they're able to do their jobs. So I expect to see everybody there. My chief of staff, Hurley, will speak more on that. Also, I sent out another email. The Center for Caesar's office is offering advocacy fellowships. Carice, when she was here at retreat, I know many of you guys were not there for retreat, so some of you may have missed it. She spoke about the student advocacy fellowships that they're offering. They are paid full year positions. They would love for people with SGA to be a part of them. So if you guys are looking for extra work, looking to advocate with the student body, that would be great. I sent out that email to you guys, and the deadline to apply is September 1st. And with that, I yield.
Treasurer Allen.
Hi, everybody. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Just a few updates from me. On August 19th was the Student Org Summit there. I presented the Treasurer's Workshop, just giving necessary information to student org leaders so they have it. It is mandatory. I will be doing makeups if you guys are a part of any other student orgs outside of SGA and you all did not have the ability to attend the Treasurer's Workshop, which again is mandatory. I will be having 4 makeup sessions. 2 of them will be this Friday. I believe that's the 29th. It'll be through Zoom. It's gonna be held from 12 to 12:30, and then another session will be 12:30 to 1. I will also be doing some sessions on September 12th, which is another Friday, same times, 12 to 12:30, then 12:30 to 1. That's one big thing. If you guys missed that, if you need that information, it'll also be on Involved at TU. Another thing that's gonna be on Involved at TU is the mandatory SJ finance training. That's gonna be on there as well. It'll have dates, times, locations. So again, if you're a part of another student organization, if you know somebody a part of another student organization, that's mandatory to attend as well. If organizations do not attend it, they will not be able to receive a budget. That's one thing. Also, I want to discuss that the budget for the fiscal year is going to be on the floor tonight for senators to look at. A few of you are going to be on budget committee, so I would advise that you guys look over the numbers carefully. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me them after General Assembly. I'd be happy to answer. Just make sure you guys look that over because when I will need you guys, I'm going to send out that form so I can get you guys availability. I think that's really it. Oh, actually, I lied. Now that the semester has started, you guys can start putting in your IES forms if you have any events. This is really mostly for the executive cabinet, but anybody can utilize the IES form. Just make sure that you're filling it out properly. You're doing everything as you should be. If you have any additional questions, if you weren't at retreat and you don't understand how to fill out an IES form, just ask me, email me. I'd be happy to give you guys that information. But just make sure you're filling things out as properly as possible so we can avoid any miscommunication and any mishaps. Any questions? Perfect. With that, I yield.
Attorney General Sonia.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. I am Fian Falua Sonia, or you can just call me Fian within the office here, Attorney General Sonia. Throughout this admin, if you have any questions regarding what to wear to GA, business to casual procedures, or anything like that, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I look forward to working with all of you this year. With that, I yield.
Chief of Staff Hurley.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. All right, so like President Ali said, makeup retreat will be on this Thursday. It's mandatory for all SGA members, so make sure that you are attending. If you have any conflicts, immediately reach out to us. Real conflicts, please don't let me know that. Tonight we will be going to Texas Roadhouse at 8:30 to celebrate the start of our school year and getting through our first GA. So if you are available, feel free to attend. If you need a ride, let us know as well. But with that, I yield.
Department of Academic Affairs. Please.
Grab that mic.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. No report.
Department of Communications.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. So my name is Matia Bryan. I'm gonna be the Director of Communications for the 105th Administration. I'm a senior studying mass communications and nothing further. Thank you. I yield.
Department of Community Outreach.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. I sent a group me message, or my AD sent a group me message explaining how community service is gonna work this year. Please, please, please read it. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us personally. And with that, I yield.
Department of Diversity and Inclusion.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. No report. I yield.
Department of Governmental Affairs. No report. Department of Health and Wellness.
No report.
Department of Marketing.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. So I have like two things to say. Today after GA, we're gonna film a little what everyone wore today. So if you want to be a part of it, please just stay behind and find me or my AD Destiny. And then the second thing is on September 12th, we're gonna be filming a common misconceptions about SGA video where like you guys are just gonna answer questions that like students submit online. So if you want to be a part of it, I'm gonna send out a sign up for like within like the next week just to like see who wants to participate and everything. And you'll hear more information about it like next year. And with that, I yield.
Department of New Student Development.
Hi, no report.
Department of Special Projects.
No report.
Department of Student Organizations.
Hi, no report.
Department of Student Services and Affairs.
Yeah, how y'all doing? My name is Nasir Scott, transfer student and no report.
Department of Sustainability.
Happy Tiger Tuesday and no report.
Fraternity and Sorority Life Representative.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody.
All right, just to briefly introduce myself, I'm Naomi Andrew, a senior public health major, as well as your fraternity and sorority life representative. Just to keep it real short, today, the Office of FSO had, our FSO day went very well, and we also have Meet the Creeks at 6 p.m. MPHC and MGC will be holding a yard show on September 11th on Towson Field at 5 p.m. Rush will be coming up for IGC, IFC, and Hellenic Council. And lastly, all the councils are starting to meet, so more information will be provided as we go on. And with that, I yield.
Military Veterans Representative.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. No report. And I yield.
Student Disability Representative.
Hi, guys. No report.
URT Representative.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. I have two things. So this past Friday, was Set It Off and the carnival, past Sunday, was Set It Off and the carnival. URG along with Center for Student Diversity ran that. And we had a total of 1,006 people attend, so very big number. And the second thing is that building council applications are now open until September 5th. So if any of you or anybody in your residence hall is interested, please tell them to sign up, or they can follow the URG Instagram page. And if there aren't any questions, I yield.
Transfer Council Representative.
Hi, everyone. I'm Liz. This is my first ever meeting. I just got accepted onto the board, so just please excuse my ugly outfit. I'll look cute next time. No report as far as I know.
Freshman Council Representative.
Hello, this is also my first meeting. My name is Ashley Thomas, and I'm excited to get to know everyone and work with you guys. No report.
Okay, so, happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. As for myself, a couple housekeeping things. First of all, keep your binders and we've taken those back down to the office. Those are your responsibility now. This is the only time that I will be laying them out for you guys. Other than that, if you don't want to keep your agendas, please recycle them at the back. And the box for the nameplates are at the back. Please do that. And senators, return your clickers at the end of GA. In terms of Senate stuff, like I said at retreat, Senate initiatives, which are 3, are due by September 30th. So we'll hear more from that once we elect the president pro tempore. That is who you'll be proposing your initiatives to. Other than that, I yield. Are there any opinions of the court? Yeah, I can't get all right. We are now going to move into a quorum call. Senators, press yes on your clickers to indicate that you're here. And then Janaya, raise your hand because your battery isn't working. Okay. And with a vote of 12-0-0, we have quorum. All right, are there any motions on the floor? Senator Rivera Forbes.
Motion to review Senate Resolution number 5.
Are there any seconds?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Miller. With a vote of 11-0, 11-0-1, the motion to review has passed. Can Senators Scromo, Tasker, Kelly, Antilogon, Lawson, and Rhines please come to the front? Okay, would anyone like to ask any questions to them collectively or individually? Advisor Harris?
I don't have a question, but we would request that the members introduce themselves down the road for the record.
So I'm gonna have each one of you approach the mic and just say your name and the position that you are filling.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan. I served as a senator in the last administration, the 104th administration. Coming back again as a senator. I'm excited and I'm just looking to go back to work and work with all our fellow senators here. Thank you.
Good evening. Happy Tiger Tuesday. My name is Sophia Scromo, and I will be serving as a senator for the College of Fine Arts and Communication for the 105th administration. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Tiger Tuesday. My name is Imani Rhymes. I'm the freshman senator for the 105th administration, and I'm so excited to work with you all.
Hello, hi. My name is Atoloko Anjalagua, and I'm the Senator of Business and Economics. This is my first meeting, so nice to meet you all and happy Tiger Tuesday.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. My name is Jada Lawson, and I'm serving as a senator for the College of Fine Arts and Communications. I'm a freshman, and this is my first GA. Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. My name is Janaya Tasker. I'm a junior. I'm a senator for the Fine Arts and Communication, and I was also a member of the 104th administration last year.
I'm now once again going to open the floor to questions individually or collectively. President Ali.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Can we go in order from Ryan Kelly down? Can you each step to the mic and present something that you would like to advocate for your specific college on?
So one thing that I've actually started working on with Senator Rivera Forbes, artificial intelligence in the classroom. That's specifically kind of something that affects the university as a whole, but also like AI generated art. I know that definitely is hurting that specific college. But we are working on developing a committee that specifically addresses accusations of AI in the classroom. So that way, we protect students' rights where situations arise where they might be wrongly accused and they aren't given the fair process to defend themselves. So thank you.
Currently, I have been working on advocating for the theater students at Towson, specifically in my college. Right now, I've been emailing the department head for ways we can get more advocacy in the theater department. And I've also been working with Senator Rines on getting more freshmen specifically to join SGA.
So yeah, Senator Stromo kind of helped me out a little bit. Currently, I'm working on ways to get freshmen involved in SGA, let them know a little bit more about it. Because I think that the freshmen, although young, have great ideas and can definitely contribute to our student body as a whole. So what we've been doing is we've been emailing back and forth between new student and family programs, directors of sorts, and I think we're doing really good at that. So honestly, stay tuned.
So since this is my first time in first meeting, I don't have anything on board at the moment, but I can't wait to actually participate and advocate for SGA and also the student at business and economics and even any Towson student overall. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Hi, and this is also my first GA. I also have nothing to say I advocated for yet, but I will get there. Hi again, everyone. Last academic year, I was the government operations chair. So I worked with a bunch of fellow senators on an ADS bill, really pushing to work for students with disabilities on campus. This year at Retreat, I kind of talked more about accessibility pathways on campus for students who struggle to get to campus on time and sometimes still get marked absent from professors, which could negatively impact their grades. So the ADS bill is something I'm still gonna work on this year.
All right, are there any more questions? Once, twice. All right, I'm gonna have you guys step out while we vote. All right, would anybody like to speak on their behalf? Attorney General Sonia.
I would just like to speak formally on behalf of Senator Tasker. Working with her last year was amazing, even though we weren't in the same branch. I was in the judicial branch. She was a senator. But hearing her ideas and what she had to contribute to the legislative branch was amazing, and seeing some of her ideas even flourish now. I can't wait to see what she does in the future. So I believe you guys should vote her in.
President Ali.
I would definitely like to speak on the behalf of Senator Rines and Senator Scromo. I truly, from watching them at retreat, have never seen two individuals more passionate off the breakaway. They are both freshmen, but I believe that they have so many great ideas and so many great initiatives that they can contribute to the 105th administration. I believe that they will be impeccable, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Impeccable additions to the 105th administration, just based off seeing the work that they've done and how they included our platform during retreat and just having personal conversations with them.
I'd like to speak on behalf of all the senators. They all did a wonderful job at retreat, and I was really blown away. Ryan and Janiyah, I've had time to work with over the past year, really grow professionally and myself with them. And getting to know the new senators has been incredible. Like, I don't think I've ever met a group of senators that I've trained that have instantly got it and already had initiatives that they're working on day one or even day zero before we even got on campus. And I think this is just a really incredible group of senators that we have ahead of us. Would anyone else like to speak on their behalf? Senator Rivera Forbes.
I just wanted to briefly speak in support of, I'm just gonna say first names. Sophia, Janiyah, Ryan, Anjola, and Imani, who I've all been able to work with personally. So far with Imani and Sophia, I've actually been able to see them grow, and they remind me when I was in SGA last year as a freshman for the first time. So I think this will be a great experience for them. And then Janiyah, she did so great as the vice chair of government operations. I think she went to government operations chair, one of those, but she did really good in that role. And working in the GovOps committee, she again, very well. We all know Ryan Kelly is one of the best senators that we've seen putting bills out on the floor. He's very active. He's very passionate about the work that's being put into SGA again. And then for Anjola, I had a political science class with her, and I was able to see her firsthand dive into poli-sci as well and how passionate she is about advocacy too. So I just think that everyone will do well. Even Jada, she is very passionate as well.
All right, Senator Miller.
I want to speak on behalf of prospective senators Scromo, Tasker, Kelly, and Rines. Getting to talk with all of them at retreat, I was so excited to see that we had such an enthusiastic group of senators. I obviously got to work with Kelly and Tasker on the 104th administration, and then the passion that they have for helping the student body is truly unparalleled. And I see the potential in everyone else as well to meet up to those expectations.
Senator Piakotoa.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to speak on Senator Tasker and Senator Kelly. Last year, I had the opportunity to sit in on a lot of the government operation meetings and also on the meetings for Rules Committee. And honestly, their attention to detail, their passion and dedication and commitment to the Student Government Association of Tufts University is impeccable and honestly something to desire. And so I like to suggest that, we all give them a chance again and let them come join the board.
Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Williams. Call your question, resolution number 5. Are there any seconds?
I second the.
Thank you, Senator Farrell. All right. All right, the vote is 6-0-0. The call to question is passed. We are now going to move into a vote. All right, with a vote of 5-1-0, the vote has passed. Can someone please let them all in, and please hold your applause until they get here. Yeah, oh, yes, yeah.
No, oh, Sophia didn't be front.
All right, I'm gonna have you all raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully serve the students of Towson University, execute all of the duties and responsibilities of this position, and strive to achieve high level of expectation that accompanies a position within the Student Government Association of Towson University. I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of Towson University to the best of my ability. All right, congratulations. You can sit down. All right, are there any motions on the floor? Senator Farrell?
Motion. Motion to review, Senate Resolution 6.
Are there any seconds?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Williams. Yeah. All right, with a vote of 12-0-0, the motion review has passed. All right, Ken, Georgia, Nana, Mattia, Morgan, Michaela, Cameron, Mariah, Simi, Bryant, Emily, Exose, Deja, Destiny, Asia, Susan, Sanaya, Leona, Brendan, Nasir, Nyana, Chiamaka, Simona, Diora, Blessing, Naomi, Cyan, Mary, and Moses, please come to the front. Okay. I'm gonna have all of you say your name and position. Name and position, all right? We're gonna start down here and go this way. Pass the mic. Yeah, get that mic. Name and position, please.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Moses and I'm the photographer.
Hi, everyone. My name is Exose and I am the Director of Health and Wellness.
Hello, hello, okay, hello. My name is Emily. Okay, my name is Emily and I'm the Assistant Director of Governmental Affairs.
Hello, my name is Destiny Dalton. I'm Assistant Director of Marketing.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mary, and I'm the graphic designer.
Hi, everybody. My name is Blessing, and I'm the representative for the first. I'm sorry, the trend first. I'm sorry. Let me lock in. Transfer students
First generation.
Yeah, first generation transfer students and by the low income family.
My name is Brian. I'm the Director of Governmental Affairs.
My name is Deja. I'm the Assistant Director of Health and Wellness. My name is Georgia Edwards, and I'm the Director of Academic Affairs.
Hi everyone, I'm Nana Kwame. I'm the Assistant Director of Academic Affairs.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michaela Matthews, and I'm the Director of Community Outreach. Hi, everyone. I'm Cameron Reese. I'm the Assistant Director of Community Outreach.
Hi, everyone. My name is Simisola Animashaun, and I'm the Assistant Director of Diversity and Inclusion.
Good evening. I'm Mariah Fleury. I'm Director of Diversity and Inclusion.
Hey, everyone. My name is Naomi, and I'm your fraternity and sorority-like representative.
Hey, I'm Asia. I'm the Director of New Student Development.
Hi, my name is Sanaya. I'm the Director of Special Projects.
Hi, my name is Tyan Guilford, and I'm the representative for military and veterans.
Hi, my name is Sanaya, and I'm the Assistant Director for Special Projects.
Hello, my name is Natia Bryant. I'm the Director of Communications.
Hello.
I'm Morgan. I'm the Assistant Director of Communications.
Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm Assistant Director of New Student Development.
Hi, I'm Simona. I'm Assistant Director of Sustainability.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chiamaka Feji, and I'm the Director of Sustainability.
Hi, I'm Ayana Brown. I'm the Assistant Director for Student Services and Affairs.
Hi, everyone. I'm Leona Morgan, and I'm the Director of Student Organization.
How y'all doing? My name is Nasir. I'm the Director of Student Services and Affairs.
How you doing? My name is Brendan Young, and I'm the Assistant Director of Student Organizations.
Hi, guys. I'm Diora Hannah, and I'm the Student Disability Representative.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for them collectively or individually? Once. Director Bullock.
Okay, cool. My question is for Director Matthews. I just wanted to know like what events you have planned for the year, like when it comes to community service. Hey, everybody. So I really want to do a community service day for SGA. I know we have the Impact to You Day, but I would really like to see more organization-based groups come. I feel like a lot of our other orgs pop out, but I would really like if some of our orgs like BSU, LASO, ADC came out and helped. I would also like to do a community service week from SGA where SGA comes out and does something different every day of the week. Hopefully that'll be in everyone's schedule. I don't know. But yeah, thanks guys.
Director Bullock.
Okay, and then my next question is for Destiny. So I know like for marketing myself, I want to work a lot on like getting students more aware of SGA. So like what ideas do you have to like kind of get the message out there about SGA to the student body?
Definitely something to do with social media, like how you propose to everybody about the videos and stuff like that. I think that flyers being placed, especially where people are at, because like people look at the flyers, but like they don't actually acknowledge them. I think like maybe when they're sitting down, put them like right in their faces and stuff like that. Just other things. I haven't thought about many things yet, but definitely this year I want to express my ideas to you and see what you do with them.
Perfect, thank you.
Any other questions? Chief of Staff Hurley.
Director Morgan. What types of things do you want to see come out of the student organization, part of SGA this year?
I really want to see like more communication from SGA to the student organizations because I feel like some of the student organizations don't really think
we are here to help them. So just showing them that we are here to help and just having that open communication.
All right, any other questions? Deputy Chief of Staff Brantley.
I have a question for Exelse. My question would be, how would you advocate for students, when it comes to physical health and mental health?
So when it comes to that, I would honestly just try to put events together that really help just expose that idea to some people. I feel like it could be, well, of course, everybody knows about like mental health, physical health, all that good stuff. But I feel like if you create certain events that really cater to college students in a way, it could really help just express the idea.
Senator Tasker.
Okay, mine is gonna be for Director Edwards. I wanted to specifically see what you have in mind to promote academic affairs in multiple different buildings, especially for freshmen and sophomores and those new to campus.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So yes, George Edwards, Director of Academic Affairs, hopefully, and I'm also a returning member of SGA. So a part of being a part of last year's administration, I was really inspired by a lot of the initiatives we have to promote resources across campus. So I was a senator last year, but being in this role as a director and getting to create and push my own events that I and my AD will create start to finish as a whole. I'm hoping to create events that kind of just further promote the resources on campus. I think we have a lot of just initiatives and again resources for the students that they might not be fully aware of. Also coming into Towson University last year as a transfer student, it was also my first year. So, and I feel like being a part of SGA, we're exposed to, when we have our guest speakers and whatnot, we're exposed to a lot of the resources that we might have, but on the outer face of that, on the outer sphere of that, just being a student amongst campus, you don't necessarily see or hear as much of the resources or have knowledge of what we have on campus. Yeah, as much knowledge as what is on campus as a whole. So just creating initiatives to further push that. I know when I applied to this administration, an idea I had was a resource fair that we could potentially hold out on the Tiger Town Plaza and just kind of have representatives from all departments across campus, specifically, again, that can help students to promote their academic wellness. And yeah, just have them come out and it'll be in a popular space on campus, obviously, where when they're passing, they can come on by and learn more about what resources Towson has to offer to help them in their academic.
Thank you.
All right. Senator Pete Kodawa.
All right, my question is for Director Fleury. Last year, I know that we served together in Freshman Council and you served as Diversity and Inclusion Chair. I want to know what initiatives that you have in mind for this year as the Director of DEI.
Okay, good evening. My first initiative that I will be starting, as soon as organizations start to have their meetings and everything, I will be attending a few of their meetings when I can, just to let them know that I am here at SGA to represent them. And on top of that, I already, during retreat, me and governmental affairs, both AD and Director Bryant, we were talking and we had a group discussion and activity where we had to create an event and we had a really great idea of well, let me ask permission. Do you want me to bring the idea up? Okay. Well, it's pretty much going to be an immigration walk or immigrant walk just to show everyone we bleed the same blood. There's a lot that goes into it. It would be we would have an event beforehand to prepare for the walk where we would all advocate pretty much just that immigrants don't only come from down in Mexico and El Salvador, Honduras, all the above. They also come from all over the world. So if we can get everybody to come together and just celebrate and be comfortable in your own skin, then that would be an event that we have coming up. So we have ideas, we have more. But first I'm gonna start with, organizations of that nature.
All right, thank you guys. Can you guys please step out while we vote? Okay, would anyone like to speak on their behalf? President Ali.
I'd like to speak on behalf of everybody who came to retreat that was a director. Again, this is my first retreat in general as an SGA, but it was also my first retreat as a president. And I was very happy and excited to see how much the directors and the AVs that came to retreat, I can't remember off the top of my head, were able to be flexible with the changes of retreat. We're able to be flexible with the changes of schedule during retreat, as well as stay mission driven to creating initiatives that suited the 105th platform. And a lot of the initiatives that you heard spoke about a lot of initiatives that you heard spoke about today were a part of the 105th platform, and I truly think that they would be such a great piece of the 105th administration. So I ask all you guys to vote in favor. I encourage all of you guys to vote in favor of them because we have worked closely with them throughout retreat, and I think they will be great additions. With that, I yield.
Would anyone else like to speak on their behalf? No? All right, okay.
Mine was raising.
Director Bullock.
Okay, I would like to speak on behalf of Destiny, because at retreat, like, we talked a lot about like what we were gonna do for the year, so that's kind of like why I asked her the question. And even like before she was officially like sworn in, she was very like down to help and like asking what she could do like right away, like from the first day of class. So I feel like she'll be a great addition to the marketing team because it is a lot. So like I feel like she'll be able to help my ideas flourish and like be a great partner to work with. So that's it.
Senator Rivera Forbes.
Okay, I'll be very brief again. I'm in great support of everyone up there just to start off. I know many of them personally. I work with many of them. They're all very talented, but I did want to highlight a few individuals like Mariah Fleury. I know her very personally. I've worked with her since high school, actually. And she's just been a very great advocate. Everywhere she goes, she puts her heart into everything she does. She joined freshman council and she poured her heart into being there. She would stay after in the SJ office, just putting together many of things for events, even sometimes by herself. So I'm very, very, very hopeful that she ends up being in this role. And then also Nasir Scott. Although you all may not know him, I also was in high school with him and worked with him. And he was like in charge of the law youth camp where he had like lawyers come out and speak to students and give them access to different law opportunities in Prince George's County. So again, he's another great individual. He's been in SGA as well for a very long time in high school too, and has advocated on local and state levels. Everyone else that I worked with last year, 104th administration, great again. That's all I have to say.
I myself, over the last few days, have gotten to spend some time with the sustainability department as well, especially Chiamaka. And I've got to see just how well they're clicking together and the ideas that they're coming up with. And I think that both of them, Chiamaka and Simona, are very passionate about this school year, just the way that they've got a head start with how they're trying to work together. Yeah, just want to shout that out. Senator Tasker.
Okay, I just wanted to shout out Brian and Emily for Director of Governmental Affairs. They were both here last year. Emily came last semester, but I really got to know them at retreat, and they're such passionate and enjoyable people. Their dynamic is exceptional. I really feel like them working together this year, they're gonna bring so many great events and initiatives to SGA. On top of that, they're just people that are very collaborative in nature. When I was talking to them and we were playing Uno and things at the retreat, they were also just having casual dialogue about things that they wanted to bring to SGA. So they were already pre-planning things that they wanted to do. So I think it'll be a great collaboration on top of everyone I met over at the retreat.
Okay. Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Miller,
I would like to call the question resolution number 6.
are there any seconds?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Tasker. The vote of 12-0-0, the call to question is passed. We're now going to move into a vote. And with a vote of 12-0-0, they have been confirmed. Can someone please let them in and hold your applause until all of them are in here?
Make her other guys. Y'all move to this side. 2 rows. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm
That I will faithfully serve.
that I will faithfully serve
The students of Towson University.
the students of Towson University,
Execute all of the duties.
do all of the duties
And the responsibilities of this position.
and responsibilities of this position,
And strive to achieve.
strive to achieve
The high level of expectation.
the high level of expectation
That accompanies the position.
that accompanies the position
Within the Student Government Association of Towson University.
of Towson University.
I will preserve.
Preserve,
Protect.
protect,
And defend.
and
The Constitution.
the Constitution
And all other governing documents.
and all other governing documents
Of the Student Government Association.
of the Student Government Association
Of Towson University.
of Towson University
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, you may be seated.
Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Kelly,
Motion to review resolution number 7.
are there any seconds?
I'll second.
Thank you, Senator Yonas. And with a vote of 12-0-0, the motion to review has passed. Can Ubam, Alexandra, Esther, and Justin please come to the front? All right, I'm gonna have you guys say your name and your position, please.
Hello guys, happy Tiger Tuesday.
My name is Esther Lojo and I am a justice.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. My name is Justin Akita, and I'm an associate justice.
It's Tiger Tuesday, everyone.
Tiger Tuesday.
My name is Abbas Lubam. I'm Associate Justice.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody.
Tiger Tuesday.
My name is Alexandra Blandon, and I'm also an associate justice.
Are there any questions for them? Attorney General Sonia.
Hello, justices. I look forward to this year with you all. Quick question for you all. How do you guys have any initiatives to push out compliance within the administration or within the student body in general?
Hello, Attorney General Sonia. Okay, so I was thinking about our judicial systems within the government association, but also outside. I don't know if we can extend that. I think I will be talking to my fellow associate justices as well, and also Attorney General about just our judicial systems on campus, and like just making sure we are, cultivating a fair just process for students, depending on whatever the disputes may be within the student government organization, whether it be appeals or even outside of the student government, whether it be in the academic, like I'm looking forward to working with different departments as well on that. So yeah.
Hello again. In regards to that, I would just say providing transparency into our processes, because a lot of people don't know how we do and how we decide on the decisions. So just providing that for all the students would provide a better experience for all of us.
Hello, Ken. For me, I would say, and together, I want to also push the thing of working with groups like organizations on campus like SARC. I know they do a lot with students, and I feel as though there's a lot of things we can learn from them to also implement, whether it is SGA or also with other organizations on campus.
Hi, everybody. Same as my fellow justice said, just being transparent with the student community about how our processes work, also holding everybody accountable and just being equal and honest with the student community.
One question. Okay, I'm gonna thank you guys and have you step out while we vote. Senator Rivera Forbes.
Motion to amend the agenda and strike Isaiah Breedlove, Associate Justice.
Are there any seconds?
I second.
Senator Mill. You may now vote. By the vote of 12-0, resolution number 7 has been amended to strike Isaiah Breedlove from the bill. All right, would anyone like to speak on their behalf? Director Afeji?
Hi, everyone. I'd like to speak on the behalf of Associate Justice Alojo. She is such truly a hardworking person. Last year, we served in administration together, and she's also a very ethical person. So you should really consider her being one of your Associate Justice.
Okay. Would anyone else like to speak? Okay, are there any motions on the floor? Senator Rivera Forbes?
I called a question in Senate Resolution number 7.
Are there any seconds?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Miller. Okay, a vote of 12-0-0. The call to question has passed. We are now going to move into a vote. And with a vote of 12-0-0, the resolution has passed. They have been confirmed. Can someone please let them in and hold your applause until they're all inside?
Okay, you guys are gonna repeat after me. Oh, right hand, yeah. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully serve the students of Towson University, execute all the duties and responsibilities of this position, and strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies a position within the Student Government Association of Towson University. I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of Towson University to the best of my ability. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, we are now going to move into Senate leadership elections. We are going to start out with the position of President Pro Tempore. If you would like to nominate yourself or someone else, please raise your hand now. Senator Miller.
I would like to nominate Senator Tasker for the Pro Tempore.
Senator Tasker, do you accept?
I do.
Okay. Anyone else? Senator Kelly,
I nominate myself.
do you accept?
Yes.
Anyone else? Senator Rines?
I would like to know. I would like to nominate myself.
Do you accept?
I also accept.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Assistant Director Amina Shan.
I would like to nominate Senator Tasker.
You accept, correct? All right, you accept. All right. If there are no other nominations, I'm gonna have you three please come to the front. Give us a presentation on why you want this role, what you're going to do with it.
Permission to move around.
Yes.
Sorry, mock drop. Good evening, everyone. My name is Imani Rhymes, your current freshman senator, and I'm honored to stand before you, seeking the role of President Pro Tempore for the 105th administration. Now, honestly, I did have a speech prepared, but while sitting here, I realized that there is one thing that succeeds any other qualification or any other thing you guys may consider while voting, which is which candidate you believe is the most genuine and passionate for the job. And I am almost certain that by the end of what I say and by the end of what my opponents will say,
you will understand that I am the most genuine and passionate. Now, I thought about, while sitting, I thought about reasons. I know why I'm qualified. I know I am. But I thought about reasons why people may not consider me qualified. And I did grapple with them because I can't see why you wouldn't, but I came up with 3, and I'm gonna go through them and disprove all of these claims. So first, I'm gonna start with the obvious, because I'm not someone who likes to ignore it. I do carry a last name that some of you may recognize. And I am the younger sister of the 104th Administration President, Edmund Rhymes. But while some of you may hold your whatever opinions about him or his initiatives or how he ran his administration, I've come to tell you that just because I hold the same last name as him, or just because I was raised in the same household as him, I am not the second spawn of him. Like literally, my name is Imani, not Eddie. I haven't inherited all of his beliefs. I don't even think that he does everything the right way. Honestly, I come to you guys all with fresh eyes and an understanding, which I'll get into in a second, about how I believe we could have a positive momentum, positive moving forward for change in this administration, starting with the Senate. Now I'm going to touch on my qualifications, because some of you, because of my age, may believe that I am underqualified. Again, I don't know why. But I'm going to disprove all that, because while I am this happy person who jokes around in the office all the time, I'm also well qualified for this job. Again, my sophomore year of high school, and I'm going to repeat this throughout, my sophomore year of high school, I was vice president of mock trial. I was a founder of a 40+ member book club at my school. I was the county representative, or the student representative for my county's calendar committee. And I also founded the peer tutoring program in my county. Now, all these things that I've accomplished were not because I wanted to build a resume, even though it's long, but because I saw a need for it within my community. I had passion for it. I realized and recognized, and I acted on it. And that is exactly what I plan to do in the President Pro Tem seat this administration, if you guys choose to elect me. Now, finally, I want to touch on my age, because also that's a big point of contention apparently. I'm 18. I turned 18 like 6 days ago. I am a freshman. I did have my second day of class today. However, because of my age, if you guys are thinking about not considering me for the President Pro Tem seat, you are exactly what is wrong. You are exactly what is wrong with politics in this country. Now, honestly, we can sit in the room, all as young adults, and we can honestly hold opinions and hold beliefs, but what everyone keeps mentioning is how older our people of power are, right? However, all of these people, we run into the same issues with them every single time. They're all their eyes are all clouded, their visions are all clouded with habits of the past, institutional habits that have been going on for decades and decades and decades. And unfortunately, when you're in the same place, in the same administrations, under the same people, you develop these habits inertly, not by choice, not because you guys have some vendetta against the SGA, but it just happens because you've been here, you've been operating on the same rhythm, for however long. I come with fresh eyes, unclouded of institutional inertia. Exactly what you guys need, fresh perspectives, exactly what you guys need to make change, because that's exactly what everyone's here for. That's exactly what everyone signed up for, is to make change in the student body, and you guys felt like you would be doing it. So, by the end of this, and by the end of all of my opponents go, I would like you guys to consider the candidate who you believe
is the most genuine and passionate about the job. And I believe you all consider me. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan. I'm a senator for Fine Arts and Communication. During my time as a senator in the 104th administration, I was able to learn a lot of valuable lessons, especially working with all of our senators here. I was learning how to advocate for other student organizations and how to stand up for what I believe in. But at the same time, I also saw a lot of improvements that could be made within the legislative branch. Specifically, I feel as though the legislative branch should be acting more independently compared to the other branches. I want each senator to form their own opinions, bring your ideas to the table, and basically come up with your own perspective. I don't want to have to tell you how to think, but I do want to lead you into the right direction. A lot of times last semester or last year, when a piece of legislation was introduced, a lot of times the first question that was asked is, what will the university administration think about this? But the truth is, we don't serve the university administration, we serve the students. So they should be the first person that we ask when a piece of legislation is introduced. Obviously, we should maintain a relationship with the university, but as the legislative branch, we are the liaison to the students, not the administration. That's the job of the executive branch. And I think it's important to remember that we serve almost 20,000 students, and each one of those students pays a fee to this organization. So they are essentially investing in us to improve their experience here at Towson. And so I want to ensure that that investment pays off. I'm already working with a lot of senators on different initiatives, ranging from parking, artificial intelligence in the classroom, cost of textbooks and materials. There's a lot of good stuff, and I know the legislative branch has a lot of potential, and I want to be able to unlock that potential. Thank you.
All right, happy Tiger Tuesday again to you all. As my two opponents just presented their case for pro tempore, I will be doing the next for the 105th administration. However, I do have a speech prepared, so I will be looking at my device. My name is Janiyah Tasker. As I presented to you all before, I am a junior/senior. I will be graduating early as a law and American civilization major. I'm running to serve as your next president pro tempore, not for a title, not for a position, but because I truly believe in the fulfillment and joy that being and serving in the Senate brings you all. Standing in front of you all today, I'm here to speak from experience, from conviction, and from a deep belief in what we can accomplish together. As most of you all know, you recognize me from the 104th administration, where I sat as the government operations chair on my first year attending Towson University and my first semester attending in SGA. Since transferring to Towson last year, I had no idea what I would have found myself in so many different roles on campus that would have enticed me making tangible changes and making me real impact. Whether it was serving as government operations chair in the 104th, being elected as president of Omicron Delta Kappa, the National Honor Society, being president of Pre-Law after being vice president of Pre-Law Society, and joining her campus Towson and working with the football team. I've shown up, I've spoken out, I've stayed committed, and I have never altered from my path. I've written and co-authored multiple resolutions, constructing and reconstructing the Government Operations Committee to prioritize administrative collaboration and helping senators to navigate the legislative process. As intense and repetitive as it can get, we have to continue to fight. I have confidence and I have clarity. I have the drive and I have purpose. I love the Senate because I love the behind the scenes work that we all get. We might not be the biggest branch, we might not be the loudest branch, but we are the branch with the most heart and power to keep this administration going. I've sat in as president pro tempore on multiple occasions last academic year when needed and worked closely with Senate leadership to ensure that we were not only holding each senator accountable, but that we were holding ourselves accountable. And yes, I've heard the late night frustrations, the hallway conversations, and the club conversations from multiple different people on campus. I've sat in classes where students poured out issues and frustrations with professors that they have felt comfortable with. Too many students are unheard, are unaware of what SGA does for them, and that stops with this administration. It's time to show true representation and true visibility as what we all signed up and have taken oaths for. That's just not a visibility issue, it's a representation issue. That's why I've made it my priority to bridge the gap between the student body and our administration, ensuring that students know what issues are being addressed, but not only what issues are being addressed, what issues are being solved. Not only in SGA have I made my priority, but walking through the Union or the LA building and having real life conversations with students. I myself always say that I am a student leader. However, I'm a student first, a student that understands her peers and puts herself first in everything that she does and in all commitments she promises. You cannot serve the student body without understanding the needs of the student body. Therefore, I know that I can effectively advocate for the thousands of students on campus as I have previously done and shown many of you all today. That is a value I want each senator to hold as well, because it is vital in the core work we do as part of the heart and backbone of SGA. Leadership is not about holding a title, it's about holding space. Therefore, listing some of my qualifications to you all today, I've recently had an internship with the Congressional Black Caucus, gaining firsthand experience in how principled leadership and informed advocacy is shaped. I've also had an internship on Capitol Hill under federal field officers promoting justices on and off campus outside of Towson's Gate. Now, I could stand here and continue to list every single resolution and every single qualification and every single thing that would be stated on my resume. But as most of you know, you've got emails from me before, and I surely do chat a lot. So I'll say this to conclude. I'm running to be a leader that holds space for everyone, to build, to challenge, and to grow together. I'll be stern when needed and get on your nerves when resolutions aren't put out, but at the end of the day, stepping into this role, I will honor your support and never waver in my responsibilities or efforts. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move into questions. I'm going to start with myself. So the question I would like to ask all three of you guys is, what do you think the biggest issue facing the university right now is, and how you want to tackle it?
I'll go first since I still have the microphone, but I feel like a lack of transparency is the biggest issue right now on Towson University's campus. I don't think you can pinpoint exactly one issue that needs to be resolved, and I don't effectively think one administration alone can handle that issue. Yes, we're the Student Government Association. Yes, we all signed up for our positions as directors and assistant directors and as senators, but we also need people in smaller clubs, the guitar club, the theater club. We need to be working together and not divided, and I feel like through transparency and advocacy, if we all truly do start coming together and bridging the gap, going to the meetings that we say we're gonna go to, and not just saying, oh, we're gonna stop by, you stop by for 5 minutes to grab cookies, I myself included, have done that before. But I feel like being transparent and working with the smaller people on campus will help to push out those resolutions and your events so that more and more people do show up and not just the same repetitive faces, so that we do make long-lasting change at Towson University.
I believe the biggest issue the university is facing right now is not necessarily rooted internally, but it's actually based off of external forces and external pressures. I think that throughout our climate, just anything social, political, everything, economic even, the university and academia as a whole faces a lot of external pressure, being, nationally federal funding cut, and these things that people worry about. Social services cut, and things like that. I think that the students of the university look towards higher ups, anybody holding a position, whether that be President Ginsburg, deans of colleges, and they look at them and villainize them and look at them as bad guys. When really we should all, as an institution, including the SGA, be working together and banding together, and figuring out how to face these issues as Towson University, instead of our immigrant students facing ICE by themselves, or our other minorities facing these external issues by themselves. We should all be Towson University, and look inward, look toward each other, and fight these issues outwards.
Yeah, I would say a large issue right now, and something that I noticed last semester, is the disconnect between the student body and the SGA. Specifically when I was working with the Muslim Student Association to secure a prayer room for their organization. When I first went up to them and introduced myself, the first question was basically, why do we need your help? We've already gone to the administration to get this done. So essentially they had bypassed the SGA and they hadn't even come to us because they didn't see us as important. And then that's really important because it shows that they aren't looking to us to improve their life, they're doing it themselves. And actually, I'm not sure if I think I told some senators this, but last year when I was walking through the Freedom Square, and on the chalkboard, I saw the words defund SGA. And that's kind of what promoted me to run in this position, to kind of fix that disconnection between the student body, because right now they are not satisfied. And we have to fulfill that service to them. They're paying a fee to this organization. They are looking to us. And if we don't, put up what we're willing to do, they're just going to stay dissatisfied. And so I want to fix that and promote them and help them in any way we can. Thank you.
All right, are there any questions? President Ali.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. At Retreat, which the three of you are at, you were presented the platform, the 105th platform, otherwise known as the Catalyst platform. And we spoke on how we wanted to make sure that our initiatives, both in the Senate branch as well as in the executive branch, stayed within the platform and promoted the platform. Could you each explain something that you would want to do and how it directly ties into the platform? Thank you.
I'll just go first. Yeah, so I know you guys campaign on transparency and accountability. Specifically, I think a lot of students don't understand what the legislative branch does and the type of stuff that we pass. Last semester, we did a lot of good work, but it went unnoticed. And so an easy way to fix that is having every single piece of legislation that is passed and signed by the president to be made public to the student body. You can post it on our website, you can post it on our Instagram page, social media, basically describing what the bill does and how it affects them and improves their life here at Towson. Because we do a lot of good work, but if they don't see that work being done, they're going to stay dissatisfied and they're not going to be connected or engaged with the administration. So I believe that's a quick and easy fix. Obviously, there's a lot more we can do, but that's just one quick thing. So yeah.
So I know that one of the main things that I know the Catalyst focused on was accountability, and I'm a very big person on self-accountability, but also holding administration accountable. Another thing that I focused on last year as government operations was collaboration. I feel like the Senate really collaborates with each other well on initiatives and resolutions, but what I want to see more of this year is the Senate doing more collaboration with directors doing more collaboration with senators and justices, so that we can all promote unity together. I feel like with accountability, that's accountability to the resolutions that we do push out. Because like Senator Kelly said, there's multiple resolutions that we have well researched. There's multiple resolutions that we present and that do get passed, or at least if they're passed, it takes a couple years based on academic procedures or policies within the institution. But if we continue to hold them accountable and we just don't send a resolution on their desk and be done with it, we have to follow up, we have to have Zoom meetings, we have to be in their face. Dr. Hurt wants students to come into his office. President Ginsburg wants to see students come into their office. So holding each other accountable, also reminding your fellow senator, hey, I know you were working on that initiative, I haven't seen it on the floor. Holding each other accountable, that way the administration really does truly become successful. We all have the same goal and the same initiative, pushing each other and helping each other get there would be my biggest thing.
I'd like to also see more on the transparency end, and I'm gonna focus on socially because as Senator Kelly was saying, and I've heard for years, Towson students really stopped putting their trust in the SGA. And it's kind of disheartening because you all come here and you all put in your time, you all put in your hours, you all do care because you are all students. And to see the people you represent and the people you make up actually, stop putting their trust in you is disheartening. And I think that we should touch on what people care about the most, which is social issues and issues that they directly care about, are passionate about, and represent themselves. So I think that so far, the current administration is doing a great job on making their stance known, their beliefs known about things that the social issues that people care about, things going on campus that people really do care about. And I would like to see that further pushed on everything. whether that affects one student in Towson or 1,000 students in Towson. If it's something to be debated, I think the SGA should make a intelligent and public statement. So our stance can be known, and people who care about those issues, people who care, they'll see us and they'll see us as a ally, or they'll see us as a tool, a force, an organization to work with instead of work against.
Senator Rivera Forbes.
Okay, my question's for Imani. So I'm wondering, especially coming from myself as well, I was a freshman last year. I ran for appropriations chair, which I was very lucky to secure the position for. I know you mentioned a lot of new, fresh eyes, unclogged mind, and I'm wondering if you do get the opportunity to step into the role as pro temp as a freshman, how will you set yourself directly apart from the previous pro temps before you? Because I believe in SJ history, as far as I know, you would be the first to do such a big role, which I truly believe anyone can handle as a freshman myself. So I just want to hear more about that vision from you and how you'll bring something new to the table.
Thank you, Senator Rivera Forbes, for your question. And absolutely, I'm so glad you asked it. I've envisioned myself in the role, and I've already seen what can be done, what can help the Senate and SGA as large. So I plan on doing systematic reviews, just to push that further transparency thing the Catalyst pushes. Systematic reviews of all the legislative processes. And what this is inspired from is my time as a student page in the Maryland General Assembly 9-day session. Actually, I saw the work on the floor, and I saw endless bills being passed, first readings, second readings, and endless debate. But what I didn't see was systematic review and routine systematic review. Reviewing that our legislative processes are exactly where they need to be to ensure that everyone's voice is being heard, and ensure that everyone who has an opinion gets to say that opinion, because that's exactly what we uphold as an SGA, and especially as legislative branch. What sets me apart from past president pro temps and people who've held a position before is that I have a genuine passion. I truly do care. I truly do care about what we do here. Sorry, Vice President Leon, I'm sure you care. But I truly do care, and I would like to act on that passion. I would like to act on that by throwing myself in the role, committing to it, and ensuring that us as an SGA really do the thing when it comes to what we say we do, which is uphold and then fight for the student body.
Treasurer Allen.
Hi guys, I guess it's a question for everybody, so whoever wants to take it, you can just go ahead and hop in. So obviously, President Pro Tempore is a very important position, and they do play a very large role when it comes to Budget Committee, as well as the senators who are also sitting on the 8 that don't really have Senate leadership position. I do want to know how you guys would be beneficial, or what you guys would do to make Budget Committee a little bit more effective. Ryan, I know that you previously sat on Budget Committee. I saw you there all the time. So if you want to start, because you already have the experience, and just talk about what you would do or what changes you would like to make.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think what you've done making like workshops mandatory is actually definitely already an improvement. Last semester, a lot of people would come in with the wrong format of spreadsheet for their budget. They would come in not really understanding the process. So again, that goes back to accountability and transparency. Like, for example, posting all the steps for making sure you can get your budget, things like that. It's fairly simple, but it can be overstepped, and budgets are a big part of our organization. Last semester, I think it was like over $100,000 for student organizations. It's a lot of money. They deserve it. They're also funding this organization. So making the process easier is definitely important.
I agree. I think you took the very first initial step, which is making those initial meetings mandatory. A lot of clubs will come confused because they didn't initially go to that first meeting. And I feel like the first steps are always the most vital so that we can give them transparent feedback. The more feedback and the more contact that we can have with treasurers will make the process way more simplistic. I also think like within the senators, since it's the majority of all senators plus Senate leadership sitting on the budget committees, that before we actually sit down for the initial and the ending budget committees, that we sit down with the senators that are going to be placed on there to have a straight rundown of what the procedures are going to be in place to go down with how much money is going to be allocated for which section, activity, travel, food, so that when we're going into the meetings, we don't have to ask as many questions within. We exactly know and we know. And I also think increasing the amount of senators on the budget committee, I'm not sure if that can correctly be done, but maybe 1 or 2, just because if the conflicts and schedules do conflict, that way we can still have a smooth operation and not miss anybody's budget being presented. Because like I said, they do need their budget on time, and it does slow down a lot of clubs if they don't get it effectively.
It's hard going last because there's only so many answers. But no, truthfully, again, pushing the transparency thing, I think that constant communication with the treasurers of these student organizations will, make everything just so much better. And I think you've already started, Treasurer Allen, again, the treasurer workshops, and making sure that these student organizations know about them, and understand why it's important for them to attend and why it's important for them to know how everything with, as far as budgeting works. Because yeah, these organizations should have their money. That's what makes Towson great. That's what makes this campus great. If they know exactly what funds they have, where they're allocated, where they're coming from, then I think that everything in constant communication with anybody, with someone who knows what's going on, I think it'll make everything so much more smoother, and student organizations will feel that much more confident in not only the SGA, but also being a good student organization to again continue our campus being so great.
Thank you, guys. I'm gonna have you guys step out while we vote. So, would anyone like to speak on their behalf? Senator Miller.
I would like to speak on behalf of Senator Tasker. I have had the opportunity to work with her a lot throughout the 104th administration and over retreat, just talking about our initiatives and what we would like to see done in the 105th. I also personally, when she served as government operations chair, the few times that she had to step in as President Pro Tempore when Vice President Brinton was presenting a bill, she would sit down with me for about an hour before each General Assembly to make sure that she was going over the role, to make sure that she knew how to run General Assembly correctly. And that is the type of dedication that I know she will bring to the role in the 105th administration. Additionally, the work that she did in the Government Operations Committee, I know she touched on it, but she completely reformed the committee. She made sure that every single senator was working towards a resolution that they were passionate about. She was encouraging the research, she was encouraging the transparency, and I know that she will bring the work that she did as Government Operations Chair into the work that she will do as President Pro Tempore, and she will bring a lot of good perspectives and information for everyone.
Okay. Would anyone else like to speak on anyone's behalf? President Ali.
I would like to speak on Senator Ryan's behalf. Again, I truly have never seen somebody come in so passionate about something and so quick to learn and so invested in knowing that she needs to ask the right questions and knowing who to go to for information. She kind of attached herself. That sounds weird. She attached herself in order to learn from the e-board, asking the proper questions. She came in with the goal, and truly throughout seeing her throughout retreat, which was truly my biggest way to watch everybody. I saw her stand up and to speak even when she was scared, to put herself out there today as a freshman. Like Rain can speak to, it's very scary to get up there and go after something that you want. And I believe that that's somebody that we need as the 105th pro tempore. I think that she is correct when she says that we need a new set of eyes, somebody that has been in SGA to influence the way that the Senate leadership, not Senate leadership, but the Senate changes and evolves. I think that the 105th administration is calling for SGA to evolve, and to be able to evolve, we need a new perspective. And while I think every candidate up there today was a great candidate, I think that Senator Rines would be perfect for the position.
One more, Senator Rivera Forbes.
Okay. I would also like to speak in support of Senator Rines. It is a very touching, I guess, speech for me, just like I said, being a freshman and me running last year. And I knew not much about budgeting. I did work on budgets before when I became the Appropriations Committee Chair. But as a freshman, freshly 18, just like her, there I was chairing a committee that voted on thousands of dollars for approval for clubs to have money. And that's a lot. That's a big position for a new freshman to handle on campus. But I did it, and the committee did really well, and we actually rewrote a good chunk of the FPSO just in my first year. And many student organizations were able to get their applications through and receive really needed funding throughout the school year. So I would just like everyone to keep that in mind. Remember where you were freshman year. Many of us wouldn't have had the courage to stand up there, I know that for sure. But she did. You don't see that often. You don't see someone that has a spark so young. And the issue with us is that we don't pour into the young people. We don't pour into their sparks either. We have the moment now to do so. So I would like everyone to keep that in mind when they make their decision tonight. Thank you.
Okay, we're now going to move into a vote. All right, Senator Youngs.
I just want to talk about something that stood out to me when Ryan Kelly was presenting. He said something about pushing senators to have their own independent thinking, which I think is really important. None of his other people said, and the other Janaya and Amani didn't talk about that. I think that's pretty important. Just pushing, making sure to harness everybody's skill, and I think that's what you need from a leader. And getting to see him in the retreat and getting to hear all the things that he did last year, I think that's definitely persuaded me to look at him as yeah, for this position.
Okay, thank you. We are now going to move into a vote. This vote will work somewhat differently than our previous ones. So we have three options right here. If you look at your clickers, you'll see A, B, C, D. Janaya will be A, Ryan will be B, and Amani will be C. So when you have voted, raise your hand. When you vote, raise your hand, please. Okay, so the vote count should be 9. If it's not 9, then, well, here's the hand. And with a vote of 4-3 to 2, Janaya Tasker has been elected to President Pro Tempore. Would someone please let them in? Congratulations, Janaya Tasker, you know elected to President Pro Tempore, and congratulations to the other two. Thank you. We are now going to move into the election of the Government Operations Chair. If you would like to nominate someone or yourself, please raise your hand now. Senator Kelly. Senator Tasker?
I nominate Senator Kelly.
Senator Kelly, do you accept?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Senator Piacott.
I nominate myself.
Do you accept?
Yes, I do.
All right. Any other nominations? Okay, thank you. Would you please come to the front? Apologies, I missed a hand. Senator Farrell.
I'd like to nominate, Senator Rhines.
Senator Rhines, do you accept?
Yeah.
You do? All right.
Good evening and happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. All right, my name is Quincy Piacott, and I am excited to be running to serve as your next Government Operations Chair for the 105th Administration. This past year, I had the honor of serving as the President of the Freshman Council. In that role, I didn't just want to represent my peers, I wanted to leave something lasting. That's why I restructured the Freshman Council Constitution. I wanted to make sure future classes had a stronger foundation to build on and not just one of my own. But I didn't stop there. I made it a point to show up and not just when it was convenient. I attended nearly every government operations and even sat in Rules Committee meetings during the 104th administration. Why? Because I believe real leadership starts with listening and learning. By being in the room, I gained firsthand insight into how things work, where the struggles are, and how we can make the committee stronger. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this: leadership is about collaboration. I don't just point out problems, I roll up my sleeves and help find solutions. You can call me the solutions architect. I believe in listening to the people around me and working together so we can move forward as one student body. As GovOps chair, I'll bring 3 things to the table: experience leading and restructuring within SGA already, dedication proven by my consistent presence and commitment to GovOps even before running, and vision to make sure our governing documents and procedures are transparent, efficient, and accessible to every single student on this campus. Now, here is why this matters. When SGA runs smoothly behind the scenes, it creates space for the things students care most about: better events, stronger funding for organizations, and real advocacy that makes a difference on our campus. In closing, for me, this role isn't about filling a seat. It's about making our Student Government Association stronger and at its peak. I want us to also become more transparent and more accountable to the people that we serve. I want us to raise the bar for what good governance looks like in this 105th administration. Now, I am ready to do the work, and I would be honored to have your support and your vote as your next government operations chair in this administration. Thank you.
Hello all, again, my name is Imani Rhymes. Again, that is Imani Rhymes. I'm not gonna talk your ear off. You guys already heard too much of me. Basically what I'll come to say is, I'll again brag myself because my resume is long. And I'll talk about everything I know that could help me be the government operations chair for this 105th administration. It makes me the best candidate among us 3. First off, I was a student page. I got firsthand experience watching the legislative process from turn to idea to implementation. I watched everything from the bill writing all the way, and it took me all the way through the process when the bills were passed on the floor with your representatives and speakers and everybody important. I would share the same thing here, and ensure that we run a transparent, smooth legislative process, where we, ensure that we are not only writing bills, writing good bills with good language, and where everyone can understand and has a good understanding of the bills being passed, but also ensure that it runs smooth, and that there are no hiccups along the way. There are no people stopping mid-writing, and do all the things that, will help the student body. Because again, we are SGA, we serve the student body, so, let's serve them. And finally, again, I want to talk about who is the most committed to the job, who would be the most committed, the most genuine, and who really wants the job to help the student government. I'm not here to give you guys a long prepared speech where I list all of everything and everything and everything, and I ran through GBC 3 times, but instead, I'm here to talk a little bit about myself and why I really care and why you can trust me, that I'll be passionate and I'll throw myself completely into it because I'm here because I care. I'm a freshman. I have 4 years to do this. I could wait till everybody in the room leaves. But instead, I really want to do this now because I see a genuine opportunity for change now. Thank you.
All right, good evening, guys. I'm back again. Last semester, my goal was to always have a resolution on the floor. To me, resolutions are the most important type of resolution because they essentially bring the concerns of the student body to the administration. Bills and budget bills, they deal with finances and restructuring our governing documents. But the Government Operations Committee is where student concerns live or die. And to me, it's probably the most important committee out of all 3. I was also named Senator of the Year for my legislative work, and I would be able to bring that to the chair of the committee. I've already started writing resolutions to help benefit the student body, and I'm just looking forward to improve the experience. Thank you.
Okay, I will be taking 3 questions. Senator Tasker, President Pro Tempore Tasker.
Okay, my question is gonna be for all 3 of you. Can you please explain initiatives that you would want to demonstrate leadership within the committee and how you would foster it all year if you're elected?
Brian, turn it off. Okay, wait, I'm sorry, President Pro Tempore Tasker, can you please repeat your question?
Okay, I'll just project. My question was, what can you show, like what initiatives do you have for the year if you're elected to government operations and how will you pursue it for a year-long commitment?
Exactly. Okay, so my first and the thing that's in the front of my mind right now is again transparency. When it comes to legislative documents, things being passed, and pushing out not just general assembly, but specifically the government operations committee to the to everyone knowing what we're doing and being aware of what government operations does. Because I think, again, that the passing of legislation and the understanding of legislation is important for not only us as SGA members, but everyone outside of there, the student body, because they know that how it affects them and what they care about, what's going on with it. So.
All right, thank you, President Pro Tempore, for that wonderful question. So I have 2 initiatives on my mind to the effect of your question. One of them is an housing initiative. And my experience as a freshman on this campus, living on campus, was not so ideal. I stayed in one place that we call Richmond Hall, and I just want to say that it really triggered me and it troubleshooted my mind to go towards what can be done about the standards of living on our campus here. In Richmond Hall, I stayed there for my first semester, and honestly, the place is infested with mice and rats and roaches, everything that you can think of. The bathroom units, nothing to write home about, right? And this is not only in Richmond Hall, this is also seen in Scarborough Hall, Pretty Man, everything on that far side of campus is something that I don't want to use the word ghetto, but I would classify it as ghetto. And so I would say that we should improve the standards of living on that side of campus to reflect what we have on the other side of campus, West Village. And we can do this by working together as a group of senators to ensure that we work with the university administration to improve standards of living through our Senate bills, and also collaborating with university admin to ensure that maintenance is a big proponent for them. Now, my second item that I want to work on is finance. Coming into Towson, I was deterred at so many points. I was told that Towson doesn't give money, Towson doesn't offer financial support. And honestly, had it not been for the support of my parents, I don't think I'd be here, right? And I think that it's so much more that Towson has to offer to a bigger or larger community in Maryland and outside of Maryland. And so many students come here, but they are burdened with financial issues, burdened with financial troubles that cause them to either drop out, have to move off campus, and end up commuting, or simply just have to go on into different paths of life. And I think that we can work with the financial aid office to provide support and to provide aid. Yes, they're called the aid office, but in my opinion, I don't think they're offering as much aid as they potentially can. And so my job entering into the role as GovOps chair is not only to work on that bill, but to improve our governing documents to support that, meaning that at the student senate, we're not just writing bills, we're putting it in documentation to ensure that we make change and we act on it. Thank you.
Yeah, so my main initiative concerns financial issues with the student body. Right now, I'm working with the senator concerning the cost of parking permits, parking citations, and also implementing a one-time warning system instead of a fine. Also, I would like to see the Student Office of Support expand the emergency grant fund for students to cover costs for student parents who are taking care of a child. Right now, they don't cover that, so some students have to drop out of college to take care of a child. I would also like to see more professors having low-cost textbooks or open educational resources. Last semester, I spent like $200 on textbooks for one class, and I used the book like twice. So, you know, just the cost of parking and purchasing books is almost $1,000 alone. Like I almost have to take a loan out just to get here before I even pay for tuition. So obviously financial issues are like the foundation of things that are affecting the student body. Obviously, there are several other issues that we have to tackle. And obviously I want to work with all of you to address those issues in the government operations. Thank you.
Before we continue, I'm going to recommend to the Senate that we motion to extend GA to 7:15. Senator Miller.
I motion to extend General Assembly to 7:15.
Are there any seconds?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Rivera Forbes. With a vote of 9-0-0, General Assembly has been extended to 7:15. I'm going to allow one more question, and I would like things to be brief. President Ali.
My question is less governmental operations wise and more leadership position wise. One thing I've learned, or actually one thing that we emphasized while I retreat was upholding respect and being respectful to all members of SGA. And when you're in a leadership position as such as governmental operations chair, SGA members look to you for respect and they look for you for guidance. My question is to all three of you guys, but we can start with Quincy. How do you plan to uphold respect within the SGA office and respect people's identities and who they show up as? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for such a wonderful question. As I was sitting there and these wonderful people were making their presentation, an idea that came to my mind within the framework of the Catalyst vision is the top concept, which is transparency, accountability, and accessibility. I think that as the government operations chair, I plan to work with my senators and having a relationship with them that transcends past the office, past the GA room, and past off this campus. I wish to have friendships with them and relationships that would impact how they relate with me, whether it's a question about how we operate as senators, whether it's a question as how they even approach life outside of this campus, whether they are a legal intern, a page, or whatever it may be in their personal life. I plan to offer a space where respect goes two ways. I plan to not only give them respect, but I plan to also build a culture of respect when we're engaging in discussions during our meetings and also even in GA meetings. You know, there's been several times where during last year's administration, I would sit in on meetings and sometimes I realized, ooh, the room was quite tense. Or, ooh, this person is bucking heads. I shouldn't be able to see that as an outsider observing a meeting. I want to see unity and respect and peace at its core within this family. And even as I mentioned, at our retreat, that building relationships is something that is so important to me. And I believe I posed that comment and question to the chair that is something that I desire, something that I want to see, having a family feel in SGA. And I think that as government operations chair, I will not only support the initiative to put that out there for people to feel comfortable, but I will also work together to make sure that I am offering the most respect to each and every one of those around me. Thank you.
I think a very important part of respect is being able to provide constructive criticism. Especially getting up here a lot of times last semester and presenting resolutions and bills or whatever. People would have their opinion and I would greatly take that. But the thing is making sure it's respectful. There's a difference between insulting but criticizing you to make you a better person. That's the type of person I am. I'm always going to respect you as a person, but I want to make you be better. And that's kind of something I want to do with this committee, is to make each senator think individually and defend what they believe in. There are a lot of issues that we can all cover and address, but we have to be able to stand up and believe what we want to see done. So thank you.
Thank you for the question. I'm actually glad that we get to talk about that. And I will keep it brief per Vice President Friend's requests. But I think respect is easy, honestly. And maybe I've just never been in a position to where someone has looked at me and said that I haven't respected them. But I understand that we are all equals and it starts from the top. I think that our current executive board, to me at least, they do a great job at seeing themselves as equals, grounding themselves, and realizing that we all come together and each have our own impact on the student body. We each have our own impact on the SGA, and we each play a part in all the operations that happen every single day, especially every Tuesday. Respect should be literally given here, considering that we all interviewed to be here. We were all just confirmed today. And we all have proven to have knowledge and understanding of the bouts and go-ons in this whole situation. I really don't see why anyone should be getting disrespected or treated less than, because this is just not the place for that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. I'm gonna have you step out with them. Okay. I'm going to have one person speak on behalf of each person, max. So if you would like to speak on behalf of Senator Rines, please raise your hand. Oh, Senator Tasker.
Most of you already know Senator Kelly from the 104th administration, but oh, I'm so sorry, y'all.
All right, anyone like to speak on behalf of Senator Ryan, please raise your hand. Okay, anyone that would like to speak on behalf of Senator Pia Kodawa, please raise your hand. Senator Scrumo.
How do you pronounce his last name? I'm so sorry. Piakotua. I believe that Senator Piakotua is very personable, and he has a lot of clarity with his ideas. He is very well prepared. I feel like he's a very organized person and very fit for the job, especially considering his past experience. Just I've barely known him, but even I can see that I really think that he's a great candidate for the role.
Anyone that'd like to speak on behalf of Senator Kelly, please raise your hand. All right, graphic designer Adewale.
Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I was the previous administration's chief of staff, so it's really nice to be here. And I just wanted to say that, Ryan was voted Senator of the Year for a reason. He's very passionate. He was the first to put a resolution on the floor during our administration. And compared to his other opponents, I feel like his character really speaks where some lack. In my administration, I faced a lot of issues with Quincy and his character and what he stood for. And I believe that, when making your decision, you shouldn't just look at surface level, you should look at somebody's character. And that's very, very important, not in just one specific roles, but for all the roles that we're in. And, look at my previous position and see that I'm here and I'm saying this for a reason. Obviously I could go on, but we don't have time. GA should have been over. But, just really think really deeply about the decision that you're about to make, because it might seem like it's not that big of a deal, but later on it will become a big of a deal if you vote for somebody else rather than Ryan, in my opinion.
Okay, we are now going to move into a vote. Anyone voting for Ryan? A, Q, B, Imani, C, and when you have voted, please raise your hand. Additional vote. There's an additional vote from President Pro Tem Poor. Wait, you keep voting. Yeah, sorry, so she's one voting member. Thank goodness you're. And with a vote of 701, Ryan Kelly has been elected as that. Someone, please let them back in. Congratulations, Senator Kelly. You've been elected as the operations chair. All right, we are now going to move into the third and final Senate leadership race. If you would like to run for the Appropriations Committee or nominate someone else, please raise your hand. Senator Rivera Forbes.
I would like to nominate Senator Miller.
Senator Miller, do you accept?
I do, thank you.
Are there any other nominations? Just
Oh. I'm gonna double that nomination. Okay, so she's unopposed, Senator Miller.
Do you accept again? Okay. Senator Miller, please come up and present your case.
Okay, hello, everybody, and happy Tiger Tuesday. I promise that I will try to keep this brief. I would like to be appropriations chair for the 105th administration. Last year, I was able to serve as the vice chair of appropriations committee for the entirety of the 104th administration. We did a lot of great work on the financial policy for student organizations. It was completely rewritten to align with what we are acting as currently with our administration. I would like to continue work with the financial policy in order to advertise it out to student organizations. Organizations and individual students do not currently really know that this exists. And so my biggest task would be marketing it. I will keep it brief. Thank you.
Due to the unopposed nature, I'm going to limit it to one question. So does anyone have a question for Senator Miller? Senator Piacotawell.
Hello, Senator Miller. With you being vice chair last year, and I know serving under a great senator, Senator Rivera Forbes, and just being in SJ for some time, I want to know what initiatives do you have that you want to bring on board that are beyond, I want to say, the norm. Thank you.
Thank you. So I suppose what I already mentioned is slightly beyond the norm. Usually funds and grants aren't necessarily marketed. It is something that I do want to work on. I was already able to work with Treasurer Allen to have the alternative funding added into the treasurer workshop so that student organizations are able to do that. I want to work on social media posts and just general information for the student body about the funds that are available to them because there's a lot of money there that goes unused.
Okay, thank you. We'll have you step out while we vote. Okay, just to keep this brief, I'm going to speak on Elle's behalf. I'm just gonna echo a lot of things that I'm pretty sure everyone would say about her. As you can tell, Elle is just very passionate about this committee. I don't think anyone else cares about one committee as much as Elle cares about appropriations and grants and funding and making sure that the student body is receiving the money that they deserve. Working with Elle when I was president pro tempore, she was always one of my favorite senators when I would see her raise her hand because I knew it was either gonna be a great question, a fantastic comment, or something that was gonna make me very stressed out. But no, Elle is one of our best and has been for a long while. And I think that her passion for this committee is just so easy to tell. And yeah. So now we're going to move into a vote. Since she's unopposed, we're going to do this like a simple confirmation. And with a vote of 800, Elle Miller has been elected the appropriations chair. Can someone please let her in? Okay, so I'm going to recommend that we extend GA by another 5 minutes to cover the last bill on the floor, which is our yearly budget. All right, I recommend the senator motion to extend GA by 5 minutes for Senator Miller. Representative Chair Miller.
I would like to motion to extend General Assembly by another 5 minutes.
Is there any seconds?
A second.
Thank you, President Pro Tempore Tasker. You may have vote. And with a vote of 10-0, General Assembly has been extended by another 5 minutes. Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Williams. Motion to inquire budget bill number one. Are there any seconds?
I second that.
Thank you, Senator Burrell. Angela. With a vote of 10-0, the motion to inquire has passed. Can Appropriations Chair Miller and Treasurer Allen please come up and present the fiscal year 26 budget?
Hello, everybody. In your agendas, you will see the budget bill for the fiscal year 2026, the operating budget. I'm just introducing it. I will yield the rest of my time to Treasurer Allen.
All right, guys, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, but like Appropriations Chair Miller said, you're gonna look into your packet, you're gonna see the fiscal year budget for 2026. Pretty much the FY 26 progress is gonna be the top column. That's pretty much all of the allocations that we have made or all of the changes that we have made. The other two columns are gonna be from the previous fiscal year. I don't really think there's much to say about this. President Ali and Advisor Carolyn, we all worked on the budget, trying to figure everything out and finalize anything. So I'm just gonna ask you guys, do you guys have any questions regarding the budget?
And senators, as this is inquiry, it's technical, non-debatable questions only. Okay, if there are no questions, then we are good to go, unless you have anything else to say. All right, thank you guys so much. We are now going to move into announcements. Does anyone have any announcements? President Ali. Chief of Staff Hurley.
Just echoing, if you all didn't hear before, but we're going to Texas House tonight at 8:30. So if you would like to join us, it's gonna be more than $100.
Yeah.
The film house funded by SGA. No.
Director Bullock.
Just real quick, you guys, before we leave, if you want to be in the TikTok, come see me or Destiny, because I know like a lot of people left, so if you want to be in it, please come see us before you go.
Appropriations Chair Miller.
I motion to adjourn.
Are there any? Are there any?
Reminder to directors or paid members, please come see Janiyah and I before you leave, so we can make sure you're on payroll.
And one more announcement from me, senators, please come up to me at the end and return your clickers. Also, like I said earlier, I'm just gonna reiterate this, if you don't want your agendas, recycle them. And make sure that you bring your binders back and put your nameplates in the brown bin in the back. Not yet, not there yet. Other than that, I know that some people had problems with their nameplates or binders, and if you did, please come up to the front at the end so that we can have your name down. Other than that, are there any other announcements? Okay, are there any motions on the floor? Senator Miller,
I motion to adjourn.
are there any seconds? Thank you, Senator Biakotowa. And with a vote of 10-0, General Assembly has been adjourned.